Remembering Liz. Super, October 1975. Exterior beach, day, flashback. Jane Osborne, 14, stands on shore with Bernard, 53, her father, and Ernest, 56, her uncle. They fish and cast their lines into the ocean. They yank furiously as their poles dip into the water. Bernard hands Jane his fishing pole. Doris, 51, Jane's mother, approaches from behind. She whispers to Bernard. He goes to Jane, smiles weakly, takes fishing pole. Doris talks to Jane. They walk down the beach arm in arm, the sun setting, the gentle waves lapping at their feet. Doris stops walking. Jane stops and looks at her.
I need to tell you something.
What's wrong, Mom?
It's Liz.
What's she done now?
Liz died this week.
How?
From an overdose.
Jane's eyes mist over. Doris puts her arms around Jane. Super, October 2014. Interior therapist's office, day, back to present day. Jane Osborne, 53, a successful woman in her profession of ordained ministry, shifts uncomfortably in her seat. The painful topic being discussed in her therapy session is one which she resists and yet is compelled to talk about. Della Davis, 69, a seasoned therapist, never takes her eyes off Jane. Wise, compassionate, Della patiently endures the long silence as Jane struggles to articulate her thoughts.
How's your sleep?
Lousy. I'm dreaming a lot.
About Liz?
Yes, they are vague dreams, but she's there.
You said her death was traumatic.
My mom says that it was for me.
You don't remember?
No, but it's like what I should have felt then is resurfacing now.
Has something triggered these feelings?
A teenager addicted to drugs who's a member of my church. I really pushed his parents to admit him involuntarily to a rehab center.
He reminds you of Liz.
He does. I couldn't stand seeing his parents go down the same road as Liz's.
You seem angry.
They were saying the same things, like, we've got to show tough love. We can't do anything unless he wants to get clean.
This is pretty typical of a recovery program.
Christ, he's a child! She was a child. They're lost if you don't do anything and they hit 18.
Remind me again. When did Liz die?
Almost 40 years ago this October.
And she haunts you still.
Haunts. You could say that.
The anniversary of her death is coming up. Also a trigger?
Of course. I get depressed every October.
Tell me about Liz.
The facts or her story?
Her story, for it's your story too.
Liz was my first and best childhood friend.
Super, summer 1962. Exterior backyard, day, flashback. A large metropolitan area home. Paige Barnett, 29, and Doris Osborne, 39, watch Liz and Jane, 2, their toddlers, play in a paddling pool. They sit and talk in lawn chairs. Liz smacks Jane hard in the face. Jane screams and cries. Paige swoops in, picks up Liz. Doris picks up Jane.
Liz, you're not being nice.
It's okay, Janie, it's okay.
I'm sorry, she gets combative.
Don't worry, no harm done.
I hope the girls will be friends.
Hope so. My husband and his best friend grew up in this neighborhood together.
Well, I hope we can be friends too.
Doris smiles and nods. Interior therapist's office, day, back to present day.
Our mother's joke. We grew up in the same playpen.
So, there was an early bond.
We were pretty much inseparable until...
Until?
A dog is heard barking outside of an open window.
Does that dog ever stop barking?
He does.
He always barks when I'm here.
You seem irritated.
I am.
About the dog or something else?
The dog alerted them.
Alerted who, Jane?
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Please share at your own pace.
My father always took up for the underdog. Unlike him,
How so?
I always took up for Liz. That's not true. It's more accurate to say I took it for Liz.